Well, Hasbro has revealed a ton of new Marvel Legends. Some for the new Fantastic Four movie, some for the gaming greats, or should we say Marvel versus Capcom. We've got ourselves tons of toys to talk about, as well as a toy collector magazine reveal. Woo! We'll talk about that all and more tonight on Geek Dad Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geek Dad Live. I am your host, Jay, and with me tonight is my good friend Quip.
Evening, Jay. Evening, Gary. How's everybody doing?
Bear. 2 weeks in a row. They said it wasn't possible.
Here we are.
He's in Raleigh 2 weeks in a row.
We did it, everybody.
Quip, you're somewhere else tonight. Where are you at?
I'm on the severed floor. Right now,
severed
I'm actually
floor?
in the basement right now. We've got family in town. Niece had a big piano recital, which she rocked it. She did awesome. So they're upstairs, settled in that room, and I am downstairs amongst my wife's collection. You get a little bit of my guitars, and
I like that. It's a big jazz guitar over there.
It's an acoustic electric. It's a Gibson L5 ripoff knockoff.
L5. Okay, very nice.
I want to say it's a Korean company. So yeah.
Hey, Chipsons are fun too. But excited to have you here, Quip, even if it's basement Quip.
You get basement Quip this evening.
And we got Gary. Gary, how you doing, my friend? I feel like I just saw you yesterday.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
Because I just did see you yesterday.
Oh my! No wonder it seems so familiar. I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here.
And you know who else is here? A whole bunch of people in the chat. Let's say hello to them. Oh, we got a $20 super chat. Gotta plus that in real fast. Shelf Present, Stanley Eberhard, Nick Dillinger is here. Justin Gray Fox, Shelf Presents, TNT Skate, Jack Knight, Toy Geekosaurus, Gage Bullock is here. Wolf Den Collectibles, Mr. Ryan Clark, the Culture Vulture, Justin Moen, Johnny Cock in the house, Wing or Lose, Larry's Geeky World, Mecha Man Blade, I Play Nerd, Frank Rivera, Boo Cat Peak, Obi-Wan, Gerber's in the chat as well. Chad Stewart, Charlie Weaver, Master of Moderation, Allison Choi, Master of Research, A Punk with Toys, Matt Bush, Master of Generosity, the Mitch, Charlie Weaver, member for 34 months. Holy moly, Charlie Weaver. One of my dear friends in this world of Geek Dad Life YouTubing. Topher Khan, who else? Z-Man at the party. Did I do Derek Over? Well, I'm going to do it again if I haven't. Master Splinter. Allison Choi, member for 34 months. Studio Henge is here. Damien Doomed. Let's see. Here's the $20 super chat. Oh, we're buying Prestige now? I see. What is buying Prestige? Was that? Did I miss a joke?
I don't know.
I don't know. Charlie, I don't know what that means. Member for 34 months. Dave Brian, big member for 14 months. Memes of a tournament. Hugo McGillicuddy, Shondo Gecko. Old school GDL while I work. I love it.
There we
James
go.
Lynn is here.
That's my wife's stuff, James Lynn. She's got a pretty dope collection. Yeah.
There you go. Nelson A, member for 34 months. That's awesome, Nelson. Glad to have you. Smedberg in the house as well. Shelf presence. All right. Whew. So let's see. I think Blake's coming on at about the 9:30-ish hour. So why don't we kick things off with the Marvel Legends stuff? But before we actually, can everyone hit the like button if you haven't done it yet? I don't think I have anything to give away, but just hit the like button because you like watching the show. I think that's a good enough reason.
Yeah.
Wait, there's chat rankings now? Oh, that's what that's.
Really? I've seen that. I don't know. So I don't know how those rankings work, though. Is it how many people give, like super chats? Is it based on how long you've been, how much you're actually participating?
I don't know.
Because I did notice that in Hatter and Johnny Nostalgia's chat on Friday, that there's like ones and twos. I don't know how far down the ranking it goes, but it is a new feature. So
wow.
I don't know if I like that, to be honest.
I see that now.
It's weird, but we roll with the punches.
Dorlaxian, sorry I missed the first comment, but now you get a shout out I guess you did do a harumph, but anywho, procedure reference to the Purple Crowns ranking us. So I mean, I gotta pull this up in the chat now. Like who's ranked where?
Because we can't see that on StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard's kind of low key.
I see it. It looks like Cone Killer Confuser is like number 6. Doralaxian is number
2.
Boocat's number 2, so it's like number 6. Sorry, Allison Troy's number 6. So it's shared numbers.
Stanley Eberhard's number 3.
Yeah,
interesting. I guess you get different points. I don't know if it's based on XP. It's weird. All right, we'll explore that. Yeah, we'll explore
I pulled up the community leaderboard. This is the top 10. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Daith is number 1.
Okay.
Doralaxian is number 2. Stanley Eberhard's number 3. Z-Man at the Party 4. Studio Henge 5. Jeff White 6. Shelf Presence 7th. Charlie Weaver 8. 9 is Gage. And 10 is Justin. Derek Over just outside the top 10 at 11. Allison Troy at 12.
Up, Derek.
Frankie Rivera at 13. Boo Cat at 14. Mecha Manblade Smedberg 15, 16. Culture Vulture 17. Togekisaurus 18. Damien 19. And Matt Bush rounds out the top 20. Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
That's a cool. Okay. All right.
I gotta dig into that. That's a new thing. I don't know what any of that means.
I don't.
Maybe we can even talk offline about potential prizes for somebody who's number 1 for an extended period, right? Because it moves and shakes and it's all new. But once we get the swing of things, that'd be kind of a cool incentive just to kind of encourage people and reward our regular family members, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, Ryan. This is. I did want to say before we really dig in.
Yeah.
And we kind of mentioned it in the chat where this is the first time in a long time where I feel like, okay, this is good old fashioned like Geek Dad. Unfortunately, John's not here, right? But we've got good, positive toy news to share, and it's nothing to do with anything to bring us down. We're going to keep it positive. New toys.
While we stream, Trump's like, Trump announces tariff specifically on Hasbro Toys Marvel Legends division. No!
We were so close.
Oh my god. Okay. Folks, let's dive into it. So this was a big deal. A big deal, I think, for a lot of people because a lot of people have a kinship to that Marvel versus Capcom era. And Quip, I know you're a big fan of the game. I know Dole's in the chat. I know a lot of people are big fans of everything. So do you want to start with the slideshow? Do you want to go like just kind of through the reveals first? What do you think's better there, Quip?
We could jump right in. Let me see if I can actually add this to the stage. Hopefully.
Okay,
boom.
At that.
Fantastic.
Oh,
so as you can see here, technically, so we've been calling it Marvel versus Capcom, but it's Gamerverse.
For legal reasons, it's got to be Gamerverse.
And say it's Gamerverse, right? And they're starting it off with a bang. I mean, anybody who watched the live stream on Thursday is already excited about this. But if you haven't seen it, they're working through the ranks and they're doing likenesses which resemble Marvel versus Capcom 2. Right? And so here, one of the first 2 packs that they tease is Wolverine and Silver Samurai. A couple of images. Sorry, go ahead, Jay.
No, so for starters, I do want to say, this Wolverine looks really cool. Like, he's got the big horns, the big shoulder pads, huge ass claws.
Exactly.
So, Quip, as a fan of the video game, like, what did this feel like to you? Seeing this Wolverine, where you're like, here, this is my Wolverine. Like, what were you feeling when you saw this?
So I was very excited. I'm very excited. I know a lot of people have kind of been asking for it, especially since Jada's been on the scene. And this is one of those things. This is a beautiful example of one of my favorite sayings of toys begetting toys, right? So here, the young upstart, Jada Toys, coming in hot with Street Fighter, with their Mega Man releases, and really putting the pressure on a bunch of toy companies, right? For their price points, for what it is they're offering as a newer company right out the gate. And so Storm has kind of stepped it up and they're pushing out their arena line. And here we have an even bigger toy manufacturer, Hasbro, going, you know what? People have kind of been clamoring for Marvel vs. Capcom figures from Hasbro for a while now.
Yep.
And so
this Garage Gamer says $2 super chat. Thank you, Garage Gamer. MVC2 celebrating its 25th anniversary as well.
Beautiful. Right, yeah. They just dropped the compilation not too long ago. I want to say past couple months, sometime. Maybe it may have been a year by now. But the compilation Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was oh man, so many people who played it were still playing it on like PlayStation 2, I believe, because they just weren't releasing it. It was tied up with all sorts of licensing issues. I don't know what about that particular game was the issue. Arcade 1UP came up with an arcade. And so that was exciting, but that was around $500-600. I mean, if you could swing it, cool. You got
those went on clearance, so I feel like if you want to try,
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinets did not go on clearance.
No,
how coveted they are. That's
okay.
So that's the point right there. At least I don't know. I didn't see them on sale. Correct me in the chat if you saw the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 go on sale, because for a while they had a Marvel and Capcom compilation. When I'm usually up in you'll see behind me, I have the Marvel. Oh my goodness, why am I forgetting about it right now? It's not superhero. It's it's Marvel. It's Marvel superheroes. It is Marvel superheroes. Okay, all right. It's with the Infinity Gauntlet. Like it's got Thanos on the side. I've got the little cabinet arcade. So that has X-Men versus Street Fighter. It's got Marvel superheroes. It's got Marvel versus Capcom 1. Right, so they've had multiple releases of 1, but 2 has been stuck in limbo for the longest time. And so when they finally, I don't know, it got untied, loose from the cobwebs or loose from whatever trap or the Phantom Zone it was stuck in, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 really getting resurgence, 25th anniversary. It's exciting. It's awesome. I mean, the music, the game sprites, even the portrait art, everything about this game is fantastic, and it's just exciting that they're finally getting back into the toys for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. See, there you go. It was a hashtag for the longest time.
It was.
Go ahead, Gary.
I was just going to say, like, this is a very nostalgic thing for me too. Nostalgia in every possible way. There was a Kmart that I used to go to that had a Little Caesars inside of it that had this game, and like just seeing this game puts that smell back in my head and takes me back to the Greensboro Kmart. Yeah. Back when Little Caesars was different than it is now. So I love it. And seeing these figures, I'm like, yes, they nailed it.
I agree. Like, I just think Infinity War Torn, Whole New Body and Wolverine was surprising. Like there's been so many Wolverines. Is it a whole new body? If it is, that's awesome. But all the new parts, or if it is all new parts, it looks so good. Because they could have cheaped out on that a little bit if they wanted to. Matt Bush, Hasbro, maybe we should give our consumers what they like during these troubled times for a chance at profit.
Maybe.
Interesting.
You know what? They're doing it. I'm not going to question their motives. It's clearly they're trying to make money, right? And times be tough. You got to break out the big guns. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a big one, right?
So I guess, we got a $10 super chat from Michael. Nice try, UTAB. I'm not dumb enough to buy a super chat. Get a high rank that means nothing. By the way, folks, don't feel like the gifts. I don't know if super chats give you more, whatever. Karma or whatever. I used to run a message board, and they had little karma points. So you should be like, if you like to post, you give somebody karma points, and then you have like a karma counter under your thing, and then it became this whole thing. Anyway, okay, Wolvie looks great. Silver Samurai, pretty good too, right?
Absolutely. Silver Samurai was one of my mains. So
okay.
Gary, so you played the game. I mean, Jay, you played the game somewhat. Like, you're familiar with it, but
I'd never played it a lot. I was like a retro kid, even in the 90s. Like, I need the original X-Men 6-player cabinet, please.
All right, yeah.
I need the classics as a 10-year-old or whatever my weird ass was. Okay.
I'm arguably more familiar with the 6-person cabinet than this one, but but I like them both.
I am aware of them. I am aware of the games, and I am aware of those looks, and always appreciate appreciated. I was like, oh, cool. X-Men is still cool. That's how I always viewed it, seeing it in the. But anyway, but I do like the looks, the kind of the over exaggerated looks. And yeah, the way they're looking here look really, really sharp. So I'm really happy for those that have been clamoring for these looks, especially with Jada Toys doing what they're doing on their side of the house, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's what I think makes it really exciting. It's almost like I don't know this, but like the Marvel Legends team and the Jada team's like, okay, we're gonna like, kick ass on both sides of the coins here and kind of give the people what they want. So
I feel like Quip even called this,
by the way.
Yeah, I feel like Quip called this a couple months ago, right? When we were talking about the Jada Street Fighters, I believe it was you mentioned maybe Marvel will do something to do like a Marvel versus Capcom.
I know a lot of people were thinking it, so I'm not going to take credit for that. I'm sure, again, I go into a fugue state whenever we're streaming, so I never remember what I'm actually saying.
Just let me compliment you. No, it's
but I think Michael's touched on Bet and Nickel. This is in response to the success of Jada Street Fighter figures. Absolutely. Right. And that is case in point. It's a kind of, I get why they can't do Marvel vs. Capcom as a thing, is all the licensing and crap like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, these are Marvel versus Capcom figures.
it's a win-win-win. With win-win-win, we all win. Right?
Yes. Michael Scott was right. But yeah, and I would like to see more. Actually, I'm going to put the pin in that because I think it's a good conclusion to this conversation. We got a lot of cool Marvel figures to talk about. Okay. But yeah, just the moves, the attachments here. I'm assuming these are straight from the game, right?
Absolutely. They're these projectiles. I was going to say Silver Samurai was one of my mains. One of the main reasons why I liked him is if you did certain supers or ultras, his sword would have different elemental effects, right? So, I mean, here they've got the lightning, but there was one where you could do like the flame. And then there's one, of course, where he makes this giant shuriken. But Silver Samurai was always on my team up. The reason why I was asking how often you played, or did you play enough to have like a main team, was Silver Samurai, Cable, and I would alternate Psyche and Ryu, but I was really projectiles based when I played. But yeah, really fun. More of a zoning. I don't know if that means anything to you all. I don't know how into the fighting game scene. I am not into it enough to challenge Hatter or Dole.
Some progress on that, by the way. I may have found, I'm trying to maybe find a little bar to do a little like maybe party one of the nights that hopefully maybe has a little barcade action. So I'm still working on it, folks. They're not getting out of it yet. Oh, this is kick-ass. Okay, so Quip, you I guess voice over this cool shit you did right here.
All right, so here what I did was I went online and I was looking because, there's some hemming and hawing by certain people. Okay, it's a little bit of a mixture. Does it match the sprites? Does it match the portrait? Depending on which likenesses you go with, right? These aren't the only likenesses that could potentially be passing for use with Marvel vs. Capcom, but these are the first that they're
come on, it looks just like
likenesses for the Gamerverse. So right here, kind of hard to see the size of the horns on the mask, as you pointed out, but he's hunched over, he's beefy.
You should have done a white shadow behind it, I think.
Yeah, probably just for that. But here, I know some people have talked about the color of Silver Samurai. He's more like the gray samurai, but you know what? There are different color variants of each of these characters. So if the color is slightly off, call it just another variant. It's cool to get the likeness. Even this sprite here, it looks to be more white than it does actually silver. Of course, there are the gray accents, but I think it does a pretty good job.
Pretty good. I think it's great.
Yeah.
For Marvel Legends, exactly. Understanding what Marvel Legends has done and is doing, right? This isn't Mayfex. It's not Hot Toys. Nothing like that. Yeah. It's not Mondo. These are Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
Even we'll argue those prices are getting up
there. They are. Quick question.
Yeah. Yes.
How much are these going for?
We don't know. It says to be announced. They've given us the
TBD
date and the times, but I guess TBA is what they've gone to be announced. I don't know what they're going to
6 weeks order window, right? Am I seeing that right? At least people in the chat, I saw that in the chat.
Okay. If they're saying that, I didn't know how quickly. I didn't know if it was kind of like a made to order type deal or if I only know the dates and times when it goes live and the places where it goes live, which there's a slide in here for that.
All right. I'm going to keep us on time. Let's keep moving to the next figure.
Keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. So we got Psylocke and Thanos, which is the next bundle. Again, pretty rad. People are excited here. Now, cool thing about Thanos and Psylocke is that both of them are completely pinless. For some strange reason, Hasbro decided to do some where they have the pins in the arms, but not in the legs. Some where they have the pins in the legs, but not. So it's a mix and match. But
nothing new,
But Psylocke, Thanos, whole 9 yards, completely pinless. Here again, different likenesses to the sprites. It's solid.
It's dead on.
Orange. It's dead on. Right?
I'm sorry. If anybody's complaining, like this is dead on. Can you go back to? I want to see Psylocke again, just a little bit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't buy Marvel Legends too much, but if I see a Psylocke, I don't know if I'll pre-order, but if I see it at a toy show or something, I'm picking it up. That is just a beautiful figure.
And it's hitting the pose, right? I mean, you got the pose right there. And then
it's right. Yes,
pretty close.
Come on. Yeah. And I get you're saying the skin doesn't match Cone Killer Confuser, but come on.
Yeah, it's close enough.
It's close enough.
Jumping right into Cap and Venom. This is a really cool one. You know, they made a joke on the stream about Venom not being blue enough. I will say they went too blue.
For Venom?
And we'll see that. Yeah, for Venom when we get there. But again, it's a color variant. What's cool here is you've got the charging attack from Cap. You finally got that as an attachment to the shield. You finally got a full shield Cap too. There's no bullet holes. There's no cracks. There's no missing pieces. This is just a solid Cap. With his shield intact.
This is, I think I saw this on the internets, so it's not an original thought. But that Cap, I just think could be the best Cap, you know? Like, it's not even like the best Marvel vs. Capcom Cap. It just might be your best Marvel Legends Cap figure, period.
It's damn
close.
That's
no Cap.
If not,
Did I get it right?
This is where
Jay-Z, did I get it right? I think I got it right.
Solid. That was no Cap.
As someone who doesn't understand it, you did great.
I'll play it back to my niece, and if she cringes, I will.
She'll definitely cringe. She will cringe. I just want to know if it was the accurate use. That's all.
And again, and so even looking at this now, upon further investigation, you know what? I rescind my complaint.
That's
a
very
joking
blue.
complaint, right? It's very blue right here. What you're seeing, the darker parts under here, they're in a shadow. So it would make sense that if you're doing you're not cell shading. There's no cell shading on any of these figures. That all right, well, this is the lightest blue, it's in direct light, and then you could play with shadows for photography, and you know it'll do just fine. So it looks fantastic. Same thing with this War Machine. Some people were complaining about War Machine because I know we just recently got another War Machine which has more of an arsenal, like to fill out what's going on, and then even you could pair him with the proton cannon that comes with the animated or the retro carded Iron Man if you purchase that bundle. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But as we go through, and again, Omega Red, this is fantastic. So it's an updated to the Omega Red. We've had a few here. You've got the Fireball Punch missile that's coming out. I don't know the name of that missile off the top of my head with War Machine. War Machine was one of my mains in Marvel vs. Capcom 1. So again, I'm a fan. Here's my Sunday best, just super awesome. Just really fun to play with War Machine. So it's cool to see an iteration again. Here is an awesome shot with Omega Red, where what they did is, of course, they use some of the effects, but he comes with his shorter tendrils and he comes with his longer tendrils. You can do this kind of combo. You can wrap up the figure in the tendrils to kind of make it look like, if you're a toy photographer, hey, this should tickle your fancy right here. It's pretty awesome.
I love this chat real quick from Super Tom. Can we all be just thankful they didn't do that god-awful pixelated cell shading that McFarlane tried?
That's something I was going to call out earlier. Like, I'm so happy that we don't have that.
Yeah. Again, like you look at the cells, and I get they're not going to be exactly the same to the pixel, these, from the game, but it's pretty damn close. Looks good.
Pretty close. And again, looking at that blue, there's some metallic element to it. It's a little bit of a hybrid because the portrait, I think, comes across more metallic here. It's kind of a more just matte blue, but still really good. Again, close likeness to Omega Red, close likeness to War Machine. If you actually Google the GIF for Omega Red standing, his little tendril, it's very phallic. I never realized how phallic it was until I started to put it in here. And unfortunately, you're not getting the movement of the sprites in the actual PowerPoint slide. There was movement, like it was the GIF, but for some reason, when it was imported into StreamYard, it threw off my PowerPoint mojo. So, all right.
Looks good though. All right, let's keep moving.
All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. Jugs, here you go. And
yep.
I mean, he's here. He's a beefy boy.
He's
looking right.
Oh my God.
No notes. Look at that. Again, here he is compared with the sprite. I mean, it's dead on. Could you say, well, the red needs to be redder? Sure, you could, but don't. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go back real quick. I just want to look at him in the. Just look. Come on. Go back up more.
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at the hands.
Just look at him. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's just so beefy.
Namco presents GIF versus GIF.
The creator says GIF, so I say GIF. All right.
The creator is an idiot, all right? Not all creators know what they're talking about. Trust me, I am one. Juggernaut versus alternate hands.
Yeah.
It's just that looks damn good. I'm sure. Okay, just real quick, maybe Chad can get in on this as well. How much was that Hulk?
The Hulk was 60. Hulk was $60.
$60 thereabouts.
Yeah.
Is this thing? I don't think this is more than $60. I feel like.
I don't even want to guess because remember, we're trying to keep it positive.
This is fun. This is fun. Chat, what do you think? Gary, what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I have.
It's not that being mean. Just like, what do you think it's gonna be? I think it's $70, $69.99.
Is this a maximum? This isn't a maximum Juggernaut though, right? He's not gonna have
maximum smash
rubbery plastic, like softer plastic. At least as far as I understand it, I don't think it is. So
there's no rules. The maximum thing was just I don't know. I don't know if that can. You're right. Quip, you're right. That is what they have said. But
yeah, I want to say this is a $60 figure. That may just be me being hopeful, but there's not a ton of accessories. You get 2 hands and a power up basically.
They big hands though. They big hands.
They are big hands. They are big hands.
Okay. Like just one of his hands is equal to like 7 normal hands. Okay.
He is not Jewel.
Just in wait, does Jewel have small hands?
She's got that song. My hands are small. I know. Whatever. Don't worry about it. I'm here for Jewel jokes.
I don't remember that one.
Okay, I don't remember that either. But
Gary bringing in the Jewel jokes. Shelf presents, $2 super chat, 60 for 2 packs, 70 for jugs.
That's a solid guess.
$80. Like a $59.99, $69.99, like $79.99. Make you feel better about it.
Yeah. It's good to save that 1 penny.
Damn it, Gary. I guess the first damn it Gary tonight, Mr. Ryan Craig.
Yeah, I was doing so well.
All right, let's keep moving. Go ahead.
Next we're moving. All right, now we got Gargantos, which, to be clear, disambiguation. A lot of people are saying they just renamed Shumagorath. But Gargantos is a character in the comic books who bears a passing resemblance to Shumagorath, whose licensing is tied up with, I believe, the Conan IP.
That's correct, yeah.
But because it's kind of tied up, right? So to be fair, Gargantos has not appeared in any game that I understand. And if I remember correctly, he was an enemy of Namor, and he only showed up in like 2 or 3 comic books. So for all intents and purposes, this is Shumagorath. But pretend it's Gargantos. All right.
I just say, as we look through these pictures, I want to give this thought. I love the sass. I love the personality.
Exactly. He's taking selfies. He's on the gram. He's doing it for the gram. This is not a character I have any connection to whatsoever. But this thing has so much personality.
Oh, I love
this
it.
Makes me want Mondo, Toe Jam, and Earl toys. Like,
yes,
this is giving Toe Jam and Earl vibes.
So is that articulated eyelids?
It's articulated eyelids, the eyeball moves, and the arms are actually
bendy?
I think they said 3 of the arms are bendy wires.
Okay.
3 or 4 of them. I don't know if all of them are, but yeah, there's a high level of degree of posability with this, and there is some good shadowing, some good shading to kind of make sure you still get the texture of the armatures as they're bending. I mean, this is really cool. The
It's so
only
cool.
thing that I have heard some people say is anybody who has played the game Marvel vs. Capcom, this thing is gigantic. And Shumagorath, the way that he scales in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, he's not this gigantic creature, right? He's the same size as some of the larger figures. He's by no means larger than Juggernaut. And that's about the size of this figure that they shared on the stream. So scale wise, okay, play with it, move it around, put it in a
You think that's
particular
like
part
again
of your,
kind of not trying to tread on the
maybe
licensing aspect of it?
Yeah, he was just human size, but
Yeah.
this is cool. Again, he's got the little eyeball fireball here. Oh, there it's got a white background, right? But yeah, that pose does.
Come on.
Come on.
I do not have any connection. Like, but the second I saw him, I was like, I think I needs him. I think I needs him. He needs to come home with me. He needs to be back here.
I mean, he could
somewhere
fit in
hanging
with your
out.
Ghostbusters, kind of.
Right?
You know? He's an interdimensional.
Or if you have a Starro, you
being.
can have him battling Starro. It's just a cool. This is one of those things. It's like what Inhumanoids is, like a tendril, or it's just a cool toy and a cool looking character. Like that eyeball. Just I'm here for it, and I want
It's
it.
cool. And he's got his little baby eyeball, you know, never talk to me and my son again. No, that's his projectile, but it's still cool.
Also, pinless tentacles. Come on.
Yeah, because here you can see there's still that articulation, that rotating joint at the top. Sorry, I'm pointing with my mouse like you could see it, like I'm in a Microsoft Teams call. But yeah, that top you could see, and you could see with a couple of the armatures. So that's just it's a cool articulation scheme. Very unique character. I mean, I don't know, when did Belly Bomb drop? Because I know the blue variant dropped this year, but did Belly Bomb? Did the first one? Did the pink one? I don't know. It's just, you know how a while back it was just a bunch of Sun Wukong figures. Now it just feels like it's a bunch of articulated eyeball. Like this is the year of the articulated eyeball.
And I'm here for it. Sign me up. I do want to plus this in real quick. Charlie Weaver gifted 20 GDL memberships. 20 new members of the GDL family.
I got family.
Welcome everybody. And I'm pretty sure none of them are Chris. All right, let's so okay, these are all the release dates.
These are all the release dates.
Okay, why don't you run through those
times? So anywhere where you don't see Target or Walmart only, that means it's a fan channel exclusive, or not fan channel. It's going to be available on fan channels and on Amazon. So look at Entertainment Earth, look at Amazon at these particular times for these pre-orders to drop. So Wolverine, Silver Samurai, June 5th, Captain America, June 12th, Gargantos, June 18th, Juggernaut, June 26th. Now, if you're interested in the Psylocke and Thanos, well, that's going to be a Target only, and that's available June 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. All these times are Eastern time. And then War Machine and Omega Red is the Walmart only, or Walmart exclusive, and that's July 24th. So you've got a little time. There's a big gap between June 26th and July 24th, but it's there.
Can I just say
here? Yeah, it's out there.
The second we see that Target and that Walmart gets an official. Which one hurts more? Which one hurts more? Which one?
I feel like
Target or
Walmart. In my experience, Walmart has canceled more pre-orders than Target. I've never had a pre-order canceled by Target, me personally. But
same, I believe. Yeah, Walmart is always painful. You never see it in the stores, and yeah, pre-orders tend to get canceled. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
But still, I like that they're spaced out. Gives us time to save, you know, money, maybe. Dave, I feel equal hate between the two. And Walls of Jericho, I agree. Target is workable, but Walmart's just going to cancel my order. That's the big problem there. But it just depends. And Walmart too, and Gage, I think this is a fair point. Depends what your Walmart is, because some of them don't, like the toy sections are deplorable.
This is the face you make when Walmart sends you that email saying they need to cancel your pre-order.
True.
Hold on, I got a little. Here we go. We'll put sad trombone on that. I like to zoom it in with that, like a Debbie Downer. Okay.
All right.
That's all the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff, right?
That's all the Marvel vs. Capcom. Sorry, Gamerverse drops and reviews.
Sure, Gamerverse, Marvel vs. Capcom. Can I just say, as we'll bring Blake on, he's in the green room right now. He's waiting for us very patiently. I love this drop, even though it's not one for me specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I love that there is a synergy between what Jada Toys clearly crushing it with.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's probably not some weird partnership or something, but I love this could fit perfectly. Ooh, what's this graphic right here, Quip?
Yeah, sorry, I almost forgot because you mentioned Jada. All right, so here is between Jada and Storm Arena and any other 1/12 scale offerings. Of course, here you've got all the Marvel Legends. I grade them out if there's a passable likeness, maybe not Gamerverse, but there's a decent likeness for most of these characters. I'm still thinking, okay, you need thick Storm, right? They need to do Storm and Rogue properly with the Ryan Dole proportions. They need to go ahead and call him in as a special consultant.
They do.
Doom is considerably larger in the game. I don't think we've got a decent Blackheart just yet. This Iceman, give us something. Oh, Blackheart was a Build-A-Figure. Yeah, but so was Juggernaut. Do it again. We want a bigger Colossus, bigger set, like the actual Marvel vs. Capcom Sentinel, and then, of course, Bone Claw Wolverine. But you look here, the Marvel side is almost grayed out. I've seen some really cool shelfies of people who've shared in different toy discords of what they've got with their Marvel vs. Capcom display going on. Then you've got Jada, Dulcian, Chun-Li, Guile, Ken and Ryu were both done. I personally think that the Alpha 3 Ken and Ryu that Storm Arena has done in response to Jada's Street Fighter probably fits more the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 aesthetic. You've got a couple of different options for your Mega Man, and then there's also a 1/12 Morgan out there. But there's a lot to be done here. The Mingo or Mingo, I forget exactly how to say it, but this cactus dude, Sun 3 is based on, it's actually the grandchild. It's almost like a Lupin the Third type deal where it's not an actual video game character, but it's exclusive to Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Ruby Heart. These three characters are only in Marvel vs. Capcom. So those have to be made like they're Capcom characters. But the rest of these, and even so I didn't gray out Zangief. You probably could even make the larger scale Zangief work with this. But here you go. It's kind of a showing of what's still out there. I know there's been some recent Captain Commando figures. I don't think they fit the likeness just quite right, but hopefully between Storm and Jada, they start to gray out more and more of these Darkstalker characters. I know Akuma's coming, so Akuma's definitely coming. Well, and Dan Hibiki, I feel like, has been teased for Storm Arena.
I think, and I'm glad you have this. So this taps into what I would like to see. Because I mean, again, who knows? But it feels like this is the Marvel Legends team clearly in response to the great work that Jada's done, right, with their stuff. To me, it's like, if I'm Jada, it's like, all right, what's your response? Come back and do your own thing and start tapping into this a little bit, and then just have a little give and take and bring some really cool figures and gray out a lot more of these squares.
You can even synergize and have the same drops. Well, maybe, I don't know, like kind of go back and forth with the drops. 1 week's Jada, 1 week's Hasbro. Just there's some really cool potential here for
I don't know if they could get that close because it might be too on the head. But something, it's fine. Whatever. Like, just however you want to play it, Jada and Hasbro.
Start with Strider Haru and Dan Hibiki, though. Those are the two on this side. And throw in Jill Valentine as well. And I'm good.
That's all Quip needs. That's all Quip needs. All right.
Okay. That is the last slide.
Quip, well done on that slideshow. Bravo. Thanks. Let's give Quip a little round of applause. That was well done. Well done. Team
very good
for us today. Because I didn't play the game. I had no context to add, so Quip brought it today. All right. For those asking in the chat, we are going to get to Fantastic Four. Don't worry.
We are.
Gary, did you have something you want to say before I brought Blake on?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I am not a Marvel Legends guy, but this is getting me on board for that. So, like, Hearing
sentiment amongst a lot of people.
He's getting there.
Hearing the price points breaks my heart a little bit, but you know what? It's fine. I'll figure it out later.
Dave said he came equipped.
Well done.
Allison Choice, slides and knowledge. Quip is a winner, baby. All right. So from time to time, we are graced with the presence of the editor-in-chief, founder of Toy Collector Magazine, Blake Wright, to share and reveal a new cover for Toy Collector, the premier toy physical media magazine that you can subscribe to. You can pick up at Barnes & Noble. If you haven't picked up an issue of Toy Collector, just do it and just bask in the glory of print media, physical media about toys. So let's give a big, warm welcome to Blake Wright. Welcome, Blake.
Hey, Blake. How's it
going?
Good
evening. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We were house hunting all day today, so I'm a little tired.
Did you find? Did you?
There are some possibilities.
Okay.
Expanding or downsizing?
There. We're actually downsizing a bit, and it's more of a relocation, just because we live west of the greater Houston area, and my wife's parents live south of the greater Houston area. And
Houston's traffic sucks.
Yeah, and it's the joke has always been Houston is an hour away from Houston. So,
yeah, exactly. So I don't blame you for being closer.
So we want to move closer to her parents because they're both in their 80s and slowing down, and we just need to be
That's very
available. So we've been doing that. I just had a bone marrow aspiration on Friday, so my hip hurts like hell. I don't recommend those for anybody.
No, I wouldn't either.
Not just recreationally.
Yeah, not recreation. It's not the thing to do. For a high or something like that. There are other things we can manage to go huff a Sharpie or something.
Not sponsored.
But it is fun revealing a cover to Toy Collector Magazine.
Yeah, that's really fun. And this one is interesting because of two reasons. Number one, it's our first McFarlane cover.
Whoa.
We've worked with them before on interviews and stuff, but we have never had a McFarlane cover. And I think because of the faux pas with the last cover.
Well, yeah, for those that don't know, last cover was supposed to be a Superman reveal.
Right. It was supposed to be the retro figures from Spin Master
that we talked about last week. Really cool.
And
also, I kind of hate them now because they screwed you over, Blake.
But I believe this is our first DC cover.
Oh,
so
okay. All right.
So yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. I prefer to be surprised on these lives. So
well, it's in your email.
Oh, so I got to open it up. Okay. Well, damn it! I'm gonna not look at it as I open the email. That'll work, right? I'm pretty sure.
There's two images in that email. The one's the cover, and one is associated with one of the stories that's in the magazine.
Okay. Holy smokes!
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It makes for a really good picture.
Okay, this is not what I was expecting, folks. Just so you know, this is a pretty damn cool cover.
Ooh, can we guess, Gary? Obscure DC. What do you got? What do you guess?
You won't get it. There's no way.
This one's
there's no way.
I call this one the logo cover because of licensing demands. There are like 17 logos on this cover.
Oh wow!
And I am exaggerating, but there is like 8. And I'm like, guys, come on! I can't have a cover full of logos. I want a cover full of action figures here. And so we managed to put
you
them
did
to
both.
the side and hide them and dim them out a little bit. So it was like, finally we came to a conclusion. I said, "Is this good enough?" They said, "Yeah, that's fine." And I'm like,
all right, well,
thank God.
This is an epic cover. This is issue 18. Yeah, number 18 of Toy Collector Magazine, the world premiere right here on Geek Dad Live.
There you go.
No way we would have. That's cool. And hey, somebody said it's a lady figure, and they were joking, but you know what? There you go.
It is.
We got Wonder Woman, we got Godzilla. Like, Blake, walk us through this one.
So this is the next in the line of the MonsterVerse 2-packs that they've been doing. So with that, they've had Kong and Batman and or Kong and Superman and Batman and another Godzilla, I think. So that there's a 7-inch figure of the hero, and then the Godzilla and Kongs are like 12-inch ish, and then they also come with like a 3-inch version of the hero. Right. So there'll be a smaller Wonder Woman that comes along with this. She's just not on the cover.
Oh, okay. It'll be like to scale with the Godzilla.
Yeah, it's short. Okay. It comes closer to scale with the monster, but it's still not to scale with the monster. One of the things. They were like, please be sure and tell them that Godzilla doesn't shoot fire like that. And I'm like, okay, I think they'll know, but there is no like adapt. You don't shove that in his mouth and it comes out. That's just for the effect.
He's not a butane torch.
No, he's not.
Okay, all right.
But I think this is called Atomic Fire Godzilla or something like that.
Okay, cool.
This is from the movie ones, right? So this
I think it's from actually this whole line. It's actually based on this whole like range with the monster and the hero. There's a comic book series going on right now called DC versus Godzilla versus Kong or something like that. And that's the license actually that these are from what I understand. But they're able to do it. Yeah, exactly. They're able to do it under that umbrella. But yeah, I mean, you can see on the side there are like 5 logos and a bunch of legal speak, and then there's the McFarlane logo and the 3 other logos below that.
Oh, I didn't even notice those, like the ghost kind of like.
Oh yeah, man, it was like this was like logo fever.
So is it like legally, if these things show up, they're like, we have to have our logo on the front page?
It's one of those things where the legal teams of the licensee likes to. It's a little bit of CYA for some of these companies. They want to make sure everybody gets their moment in the sun, or that there's no legalese that legal problems that need to crop up because somebody's logo was left off or whatever. But at first I was like, come on, guys, this is way, because they were all lined up at the bottom and much bigger. And I was like, I can't even see the freaking what's going on here. We need to do something,
right?
But fortunately, it worked out, and it looks fine. But I was really, I was grateful for the McFarlane team to work with me on this. It was, and the fact that it was Wonder Woman, because they get so much grief over women figures, I thought was pretty cool too. Even though the one woman figure that they do make is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they usually do Wonder Woman. They usually do.
It's not like Power Girl versus Godzilla or anything like that.
I guess a fun question to ask you here, Blake. How many design reviews did it take to get to final?
The image was one and done. As soon as they showed me this, I go, well, that's it. Okay. I can't. We're not going to do any better than that. It was all about the placement of the text. So we just needed to make sure that the logo train was somewhere where it was.
I think you balanced it well. It's not too over the top. I mean, it's
not too invasive, but it needed to be there. So
yeah, exactly.
Does the figure come with this lasso? Now I imagine it doesn't glow or make you tell the truth, but
right. I do believe there is a soft goods lasso.
That's cool. Nice.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So I've only seen the Batman and Kong in person, and they're cool, right? Same basic idea, 7-inch figure, and then the smaller one to go with the Kong. But the box art is what impressed me most, because it's like beautifully drawn, and I hope that they continue that on into these newer ones.
Yeah, that was the other thing. There was like, hey, I think we can get you a packaged picture of this. I'm like, okay, cool. That'd be cool for the inside. Yeah. And like 3 days later, we're not going to have that time. Okay. I think I can get you like a standalone of the figures. I'm like, okay, great. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. It's like, oh no, we are going to be able to do that. Okay, great. So it was, it's just sometimes, you got to when you deal with a licensor, you have to do this. You have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
But like McFarlane had better luck with DC than Spin Master had. But I think that was directly related to the Superman movie and all that stuff.
Yeah. Which
Versus
is a lot more hoops to jump through in those scenarios for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to put a link in the chat. I'll put one in the description as well to your subscription landing page. So you can subscribe. What I love, Blake, in this world of adjusting prices all over the place, yours is still $69 to subscribe right now.
Yeah,
how long is that going to last?
Well, I'm not going to mess with it. I mean, it's fine where it's at. I mean, I'm much more concerned. I'm not concerned with my pricing. I'm much more concerned with if these
enough toys to fill a magazine.
These tariffs swamp everybody out of business. My ads go bye-bye, and that's bye-bye toy collector.
Yeah,
because I need that. We need that support in order to keep going.
I'm glad you're here because I do want to ask this question. I know our friends at Toy Anxiety did an episode, or at least it was the topic of one of their episodes with, Comic-Con. Will there not be as many toys? Like, is that a real threat to this year's Comic-Con, or is that something that might hit us later down the road, or is that something that's present now?
I thought that it would be a problem this year, but I've talked to a lot of people about Comic-Con, and everybody's going. Everybody I talked to is Super 7's going to be there.
Oh, Super 7. I thought they were the one that maybe wouldn't be there.
Mezco is going to be there. NECA's going to be there.
Yeah.
The big boys are going to be there. Even Weta from New Zealand is coming back to the floor this year.
Wait, Weta's coming back?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Moose Toys is going to have 2 booths.
Oh, cool. Bluey.
So you got Bluey and his guys, but they have a new collectible form factor called something fan drop.
Okay.
Which you'll have to look at. There's an article in the magazine about it, but you can go look it up. The information's out there now. That are kind of these smaller, and I think they're Marvel dioramas, but they're kind of neat. But they're going to have one whole booth dedicated to showcasing what's coming with that.
I guess probably no Diamond or Gentle Giant then.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's probably the one.
Ooh, rest in peace.
That we'll have.
Which they have a pretty big presence at Comic-Con. They have that whole kind of section over there,
right? Because they sold direct toys there. Beyond their exclusives, you could go buy. It was almost like a store.
Yeah, because other people would put their stuff there, like McFarlane, like sometimes other exclusives for other toy
some of the
companies
smaller companies. I know AWOC put their stuff with them before. Nostell put their stuff with them before. They'll just have to find new outlets, I guess.
Yeah, I think losing them's a big deal, especially for those smaller ones for sure. I guess maybe the Entertainment Earth booth, maybe.
Possibly.
Okay, well, that's good news. Good news that there will still be enough toy presence at Comic-Con this year. Blake,
is a ramen toy going to be there? Sorry,
I don't know. Ace, I don't think Ace will be there, but he could. Hey, you could be wrong. Prove me wrong, Ace. Do you have a booth this year? Maybe.
Jada is also going to be there. I talked to them. They're going to be there too. So
Jada's going to be there. Hell yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the status quo except for Diamond.
Yeah.
That's not. It's more than I thought would be.
Yeah. I mean, I guess when do you have to buy those booths? Maybe they already have kind of pot committed. Probably.
You were going to have to do a little tap dancing to get out of it at this point. But I don't think it would have been impossible.
Ace, you just show up and just set up a booth outside of the convention center or something. That'd be
do
fun.
it. Pirate code.
All right. Blake, you did have another image that you wanted to share. Do you want to see this?
It was just something fun. I mean, one of the stories that we did in this one, we did a feature several issues ago about was it like 5 toy lines that we almost had or something like that, or that we deserve or something like that. And so we did a follow-up in this one called basically 6 IPs that need figures now. and one of them was Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Somebody step on a duck.
Yeah, so this is a 6-inch Al Cervic figure that comes with his bag that has, you know, the spring up beer tap, the spring activated club that shoots out of the bag, and also if we can get the license to Any Way You Want It, we'll have the Journey song coming out of the bag too. But my good friend Russ Vossler, who used to work at Varner Studios back in the day, does these images for me, and he's awesome. He's a great artist, and he's just a genuine good guy.
That's awesome.
That I was like, hey man, you want to do another round of these, you know, what if kind of things? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I said, okay, I've got like 5 or 6 lines that I want to see done. And he goes like, what'd you have in mind? And as soon as I said, what do you think about a Dangerfield figure from Caddyshack? And he was like, oh, I'm so in. And plus, you can take this and customize a Thornton Melon from Back to School. You can, you know, the possibilities are endless.
It's true.
Oh, that's great.
But we outline like the whole first wave and then what the second wave could be, and it's just fun.
Oh, that's so much fun. That's
so there are 5 other lines beyond Caddyshack that we.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, you have to buy or
yeah.
Actually,
get the magazine.
Yeah. If people subscribe right now, or maybe in the next day or so, will they get this issue that you just revealed today?
If you subscribe by the end of Tuesday, you'll get this issue.
Okay.
Because they're gonna go out pretty quick. They're gonna go out on because they're done. I don't have them yet, but they shipped out to the DCs on Friday.
Okay, well, there you go. So I put links in the chat if you want to get this latest issue that has a great cover reveal. 18 in a row?
18 in a row.
It's incredible. How many years is that now? 2 years? 3 years?
We're going into our 4th year.
Oh my
God. So it'll be the next magazine. The next magazine is volume 4, issue 1.
That's insane. I still remember flipping through the first issue with you at a show, Jay. Like that feels like yesterday.
Yeah. I literally is that when I brought to the toy show? I was like, look.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And I was like, I hope mine's in my mailbox when I get home. And it was.
Awesome. I'm blessed.
Blake, again, always love having you on to reveal a cover. I will say, though, in the chat, Ryan Dole was a little salty. This channel does not deserve a DC cover reveal.
Damn.
Wow, and Godzilla, Blake hates Dole, and Walsh confirmed. Jacob,
you mad, bro?
That's right. Yeah, this would have been a good Geek Deadline, but we were flipping back and forth, right? They had the or a good.
Yeah, it would have been good toy anxiety.
They had the last one, so
yeah,
it's this one.
Yeah, and then you guys get the next one, and if it's Ghostbusters or Motu, then it'll be fine. Even out.
I can tell you right now, it's not either one of those because I kind of know what it is already.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because once you hang around long enough, companies will be like, "How do we get on the cover?"
4 years in, they're coming to you.
Yeah. And now they are coming to me, and they're like, can we get this on the cover?
I know. It is not fine.
Yeah. I apologize, Ryan. When I see you at Comic-Con, I'll buy you a pretzel.
Oh my God, Blake! Always love having you on, my friend.
Can I just say a couple things real quick?
Please, floor is yours.
Because someone was asking about when's it going to be available in Canada.
Oh, okay.
It is available in Canada now. So we're at Chapters and Indigo Books. We are also with this last issue, the Plunderlings issue. We got into Canada, the UK, Australia, and select countries in Europe, which I can't remember which ones. It's like Sweden and a few others. With this issue, we're actually going to expand into 300 new stores in the U.S. Northeast. So anywhere from Virginia to basically Maine, including, believe it or not, about 120 Walmarts.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's really
cool.
So
this is a trial with Walmart, basically, to see if it sells. And if it does, then they could probably swamp me clean out of business if they wanted, if they ordered like, 10,000 issues.
Exactly. If Walmart works, if you get Wally World.
And it's already available. This is the Plunderlings issue also was at select Target stores on the East Coast, on the West Coast. So like there was a few Targets like in Oregon that picked it up. We've jumped from basically sending out 1,000 copies to a few Barnes and Nobles and Books A Million to now this print run we just did, we sent out 5,600 copies.
Oh, that's incredible, Blake.
Amazing.
So this is a this is a growth spurt.
I can't think of somebody that deserves that success more than you, my friend. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, and hopefully it keeps going. But hopefully not to the point where Walmart makes you have exclusives, toy collectors.
Mostly tears. A little bit of blood, mostly tears. Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, did I ever think it would get to this point? Well, I don't know, maybe, but it's really been quite a ride. This whole, because you never know when something like this, you put out a print magazine and everyone looks at you and says it's
the 2020s.
I'm not paying $15 for a magazine. I can get that stuff on the internet. And then hopefully when people actually got the magazine in their hands, they go, well, this stuff isn't on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Plus, there's just more inside baseball. Like, it's deeper. You get a lot of conjecture. You get people like the three of us, not you, Blake, just making stuff up, what we think is happening. But you have the inside track with people in the industry, and you're getting, the scoop on some really good news stories and behind the scenes stuff.
Well, I think that's it. I think there's just something to sitting down and reading something that is totally immersed in the world that we're all passionate about as toy geeks and stuff like that. And it's special in a world where print media is not as big of a thing. So Blake, like this passion that you put into it, you found that there were enough people to want to read this thing. So
yeah, I'm just happy that the audience was there, because it was pretty obvious from the first time I pitched this to toy companies that they were ready.
Yeah,
I was just hoping that the audience was ready.
Yep.
And it was, and I was pleasantly surprised. Also, I know you said you didn't have anything to give away this show. Let's give away a free subscription to Toy Collector Magazine.
Whoa. All right, Blake, we have around 290 people watching right now. What do you want the like goal to be?
Where is it at right now?
Let me refresh. Let's see. We're at 98 likes right now.
Let's get to 140.
Okay, if we get to 140 likes, Blake Wright is going to give away a subscription to Toy Collector Magazine. That's easy. Blake's making it easy on y'all today. So 140 likes. Get the likes in, folks. And we'll do a duck race at the end of the show to give away a subscription. Blake.
I keep meaning to do that every time I'm on a show. I was like, I should just give away a subscription to the magazine. And I always forget. So I'm glad I remembered this time.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, sick. Well, Blake, my friend, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Even coming in after house shopping all day. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it is pretty exhausting. But, hey. It's and especially when you go in, it's like, oh, this house looks really great online, and you get there, it's like they photoshopped the hell.
Yeah, exactly.
You were catfished.
That yard isn't green. This is bullshit.
Shiny plastic people. Ooh, I would kill for. Nope. Sorry, Chris. No. You do not get one.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you can't win it. I'm so sorry.
I'm
so
sorry.
I think we've already hit it.
Oh shit!
Oh,
all right.
That was quick.
Go.
Well, there you go.
Damn.
You got the people motivated.
I'm at 240. I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Okay. Wow. That was fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Blake, you're more welcome to stay. We're gonna do some more Marvel Legends, a couple other things, or you can dip.
I gotta talk about these heinous Fantastic Four figures with you.
Ooh, okay. All right. Hang in. Here we go. We get Blake's unfiltered thoughts.
Blake.
Those likenesses are piss poor, Quip.
All right, let's
clean it up. Your ad revenue. Your ad.
Hey, they don't
at
advertise.
this point, we're an hour in. YouTube doesn't give a crap when you're an hour in. All right, so we do have a new Fantastic Four film coming out, which is exciting. We've wanted one for a very long time.
Yep.
And it would make sense that we're going to get Fantastic Four specific Marvel Legends figures. And you know what? I got to back up Blake on this one. That does not look anything like. What's the actress that's playing her?
Something Kirby. I know she's in the Queen.
Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not a. They've done a fairly good job. This is not a good likeness for her.
You know what? You know what really grinds my gears about how Hasbro handles the Invisible Woman is, and we'll get there, right? You always get a Johnny Storm and a Human Torch, right? You get the flame on, flame off. They do that with every series, and I know they've done a Hasbro Pulse exclusive for the retro carded Fantastic Four, but why couldn't we get something where she's like partially translucent? It's such a cop out for Sue Storm
before,
when they just
haven't
give
they?
her. I don't know. Maybe somebody correct me if I'm incorrect, but this feels like a cop out. Okay, give her the little force field that she holds up. And other than that, you're not really showcasing her powers. Give her either do like you did with the Human Torch, where you have this version and a translucent or version, right? A clear version, or just give us something where the limbs start to fade. Even if you gave us like hands that started to fade, almost like the Marty McFly from Back to the Future, right? Of the hands starting to go translucent. But no, you just get a cop out shield. And that doesn't really.
I thought we weren't going negative, Quip.
Power.
Blake,
I do remember they did an all clear one when they did the Fantastic Four line, the one that had the
retro card,
$1 Dragon Man in it.
Yeah. The retro card one. That was the Hasbro Pulse exclusive. But you think if you're gonna have one version of the Invisible Woman, and I get it, they probably said we pay for this likeness, so you're gonna get this likeness,
and this is the likeness they give us.
Well, there you go. It would have been better for them to go with a completely translucent,
Will it help with the likeness?
Yeah, right.
Actually, if they would have went translucent, you wouldn't have given a crap about the likeness, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
said,
that's true.
Look at that. It's a solid Invisible Woman figure. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's clear plastic. Let's go. It's my favorite.
And I'm clearly giving them a lot of grief for this, but the problem is they've done really, really well recently.
Yeah.
With a lot of likenesses. And they just swung and missed at this whole line almost. Yeah, it's just it was disappointing.
This doesn't look anything like them.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Like these aren't great. Like this doesn't even look like the actor. This looks like another. It looks like kind of Justin Timberlake a little bit. Maybe.
A little bit.
It's gonna be me. But
it's not.
Maybe.
It's June the 1st.
It is June the 1st. It's gonna be June. But yeah, maybe they'll fix them in time. What do you think, Blake? Are these already made? Too late?
We'll fix it in post. Yeah, no, these are made.
Michael Miller, can I say I love this super chat? It's June, Jay. Jeez,
yeah.
Oh, can I say? Oh my God! I just wrote Brian Brink. She's blocking all these shots fired.
That's a good one.
Effect.
That's a good one.
Good. That is
good. But Blake, who was going to say? Gary, was it you or Blake?
Yeah, it was me. I was just. I've seen the trailer once. I don't remember it. Joseph Quinn is playing him, right? Is he clean shaven or does he have like facial hair in the movie?
It's kind of
clean shaven.
Usually
He's clean shaven.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I've never seen him.
Whenever I think Johnny, I think clean shaven, but
fair. Yeah.
I think he is in the trailer too. I'm not trying to watch the trailers too much because trailers now spoil everything. So I'm trying to go in pretty cold, but
yeah,
I think he's clean shaven in it. There's an image of him there. That doesn't even look like it doesn't look
That looks like him. It's at a funny angle. Well, no, the likeness doesn't look like the likeness on the box. That's what you're saying. The figure doesn't look like the box. But
the guy from
Eddie.
Yeah, he was at the Ghostbusters premiere randomly. He was there. I was like, hey, cool. It's Stacy, wake up. That's from Stranger Things. Okay, let's. And we got but we did get a flame on one. It looks pretty cool, right? This was nice.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to miss with the flame on Human Torch. Somebody somewhere is collecting all Human Torches.
But Quip, I gotta back you up. Like, give us the Invisible Woman variant. Yeah.
Right.
Looks good though.
It's cool. These flame effects will also work with some of your other Human Torches. I mean, the cool thing about these translucent figures, put a little light behind them if you're a toy photographer. I think they actually mentioned that in the stream, right? And these things really pop. You'll get a lot of the different details that, in the sculpt, but do the same for Invisible Woman. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Justice for Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
She looks good. Silver Surfer. Now, this is Norenrad's wife, right? So this did I hear that right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So in the original, or at least in the universe that the original Silver Surfer is in, he becomes Silver Surfer to save her, right? So I'm guessing maybe it's flipped in this version. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but anyways, she looks cool. She looks badass.
Yeah. I'm looking at the actress who plays her, and I don't know. It just looks like they reused a Jennifer Lawrence head sculpt.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
But this is to get. You don't need it as accurate, right?
True.
The cosmic wave they gave her to surf on is a weird color. I don't know why they opted with that, but I haven't seen the movie, and I've seen the trailer, but I've been avoiding watching all the extra trailers and things as it gets closer because I'm excited and I want to see all the hard work that that Dole has put into this. So yeah.
Oh, wait, I want to go in with fresh eyes. One? I don't want to see it then. Blake, any thoughts about this one?
I think in the stream they said something about they swirled in some weird effect into the paint, and it kind of when you get on it, it looks like she just has rust patches on her everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what the swirl effect was supposed to do, but it didn't do it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just doesn't translate on
or it's
camera.
Just horrible photography. The photography is just not a good.
I mean, these are like live stream cameras, and I should know they're not always great,
Yeah. But
even in
it was kind of rusty.
Yeah, it does kind of look like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe in hand it will look better. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's see, and we've got the thing.
That's a solid thing.
And the sad thing is, no notes. He's great.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I agree.
Love the Kirby-ish look to him.
But again, the thing you don't necessarily. I mean, they're making the thing look like the thing. It's not trying to resemble a human likeness. So
right.
Yeah, there's no Michael Chiklis underneath there.
The second Fantastic Four movie, the Silver Surfer one, was pretty. I enjoyed it, other than this weird cloud Galactus thing.
No.
Oh, the power swap thing. Well, I mean, it's
you
not
mean
a
the
great
cloud?
movie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, when Galactus was like the shape of a head of the cloud that was eating the Earth or something.
Yeah.
But
and that's the other thing. The picture of Galactus that y'all didn't get into any of that though, have you?
No.
The picture of Galactus that they've shown apparently,
that
has popped up in places. I don't understand why his face looks like he's a middle school principal.
I don't get to see the movie. I have to find out.
He just looks
I've seen him.
He just looks like some
streets,
dude,
but I haven't seen the face. No.
Yeah. This read again. It's okay. I don't know.
So if I didn't know who was playing any of these characters, and somebody was like doing a survey just based on the head sculpt, this is probably the only one I could guess. I still don't think it's great, but I think it's better than the rest.
I think this is probably the best one. I agree with you, Gary. Of the three human likenesses, I think Pedro Pascal. But is that fair? Because they've had so much practice, right?
I was about to say,
doing Mandalorian.
Din Djarin figures,
right?
They ought to be able to get it Close.
This picture doesn't look good, so maybe they've kind of tweaked it a little bit.
My only thought with this figure was, so again, maybe they were already thinking this. Maybe this was something that was already in development a long time ago. But I feel like even here in a Fantastic Four line, you've got Jada trying to or putting pressure on Hasbro with respect to, they kind of did a similar thing with their Dulcine in the Street Fighter 2 figure, right? With the bendy arm technology and being able to swap it in and out. And it's at a similar price point, right? Because I believe all of these are they're either $25 or $27 up for pre-order right now. But Dulcine, you at least get arms and legs. And they only went with arms on Mr. Fantastic. So I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out too, even with Mr. Fantastic. But still cool.
Yeah, it's an MCU figure. They're kind of never, but whatever. Yeah. But there you go. There's your Fantastic Four figures.
They look good together. Yeah.
And they're fine. Any other final thoughts on
Ollie's
these?
Exclusive Fantastic Four figure.
Has there been a Fantastic Four
I apologize.
set that hasn't gone
Blake's
deep?
not pulling any punches tonight, okay? Sorry, go ahead, Quip.
I mean, Fantastic Four is the first family of Marvel, but fact of the matter is, whether it was the retro card, whether it was before that, they did Fantastic Four where instead of the blue and white, it was more the blue and black vibes. That whole set, like all of these have gone on deep discount. So it's fair to say, and that was one of my initial responses too, to Blake, he knows his stuff. Where I was thinking, okay, I like these figures. If they get low enough, I'll pick them up. These aren't hey, I'll buy them. It's I like the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
When I see them on sale for $15 or below, that's when I'll strike. And if I miss them and if they don't get that low, oh well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gary.
I won't be buying these. I'm just cards on the table. Like, this is not for me. Although I do like the idea that if you want a see-through, Sue in the box, you can just take it out of the box, put the plastic back in, and tell everyone it's the translucent figure.
Yeah,
I would take. I would take the $100 that this is going to cost you, and buy a second Gargantos and sit him across the room with his arms folded, judging you the entire time with that eye. I have no idea what that character is, but I want that thing.
Exactly.
And I want it
Right?
posed just like it is in that picture.
All the
and I
time.
want to across the room.
Quip, do you still have that slide up? Pull it up real quick.
Every time I look,
let me bring it up.
every time I'm just at my computer going, damn it, Blake, you're not good enough. I look over and that thing's like, you're damn right, you're not good enough.
Get it together. Yeah.
Get it together, man.
There we go.
There we go.
You
need to put your debit card or your credit card, whatever, put your wallet underneath him, like put it to where he's sitting and leaning on your wallet so that when you do go to buy something, you have to look him in the eye. You know what? You're right. I don't need those figures.
Man, I kind of want this as like my desktop background at this point. It's just too perfect.
How can that exist? and the Fantastic Four be such a miss?
Because you know what, probably different teams working on it. Because like the MCU, man, like that
team, right?
But they probably like you could. Here's the thing: it's like art, right? And so when you get paid to make art, there's times where you're making art that you're getting paid to do, and then there's times where you get to make art about something you really care about, but you also get paid to do. And I think that's what you're seeing between the two of these. You got whatever team was doing the Gamerverse, or what is Marvel vs. Capcom, they were all about it, like super excited. They would have done it for free, but they happen to be the team that's going to make it, and they're going to put their, to your point, like we're saying about your magazine, but blood, sweat, and tears to make it really, really cool. And then there's a paycheck job, and that is the Fantastic Four figures. I think that's the difference between the two.
And I even think with the MCU, and Shelf Presence kind of touches on it here, and I believe Johnny Nostalgia and Matt Hatter said the same thing, right? When it comes to MCU likenesses, I get it. It's a completely different ballpark, price-wise and size-wise, but for the most part, like if you're going MCU, you're probably going to go Hot Toys for the likenesses, for the quality, for the representation of the characters. But if it's video games, cartoons, comics, Marvel Legends are more where you're going, or you're not necessarily looking at the Hot Toys. The only MCU figure that I can think of that was really, really top notch, and I watched all the show up to the end, did not like how they ended it, but She-Hulk. She-Hulk is the only, and I know that's kind of D+, but it's considered MCU, right?
Yeah.
That She-Hulk was an awesome figure. And it's probably the best that I've seen
sometimes, but it is inconsistent. It is inconsistent for sure. And I think you're right. I think, if you're going to do it, do a Hot Toy for sure. I do want to plus in Gary. You got a lot of, I think, damn it, Gary's. Damn it, Gary. I'm in to your Invisible Woman. And agree, that is the toy meme of the year for sure. That's gonna be hard to beat.
I want to hard to beat that into so many things.
Actually, I'm gonna change the thumbnail. It's just gonna be this. This is gonna be the
thumbnail. I don't even know how many of those I'm gonna buy.
At least one.
Every room.
Change the thumbnail to having this squinting at the Fantastic Four figures.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, there it is. I'm just gonna stop the show now so I can go work on that thumbnail. All right. One last thing as we close things up. Blake, do you just want to hang around now to the duck race? You might as well, I guess.
I gotta see who wins, right?
All right. Let's I did want to talk about this from Mondo this weekend. A quick little thing here. They had a lot of fun stuff they showed at Monsterpalooza. But Matt Hatter did a great walkthrough video, so go check it out, everybody, if you haven't done it yet. But for the first time, we saw a painted sample of their 2000 NX He-Man, and god dang, she looked really nice. Or I guess he looks really nice. I shouldn't say it like that, but it looks really good. I'm here for it. I wants it, and I'll buys it. The end. Any other thoughts?
How much is it?
It'll be under. Is it? Oh man, is it gonna be more? I thought it was gonna be less than the Ghostbuster ones.
Well, you would think it'd be.
How much is it, Jay?
Wait, am I not sharing the screen?
You were sharing the screen.
That guy can judge you. How much is it, Jay?
He's judging you.
Yeah.
Gargantus is judging you.
We lost Jay. He's gone.
Okay.
Come back, Jay.
He's gonna be. I don't know. Peter, he's not around right now. They've been at that show all week. But anyway,
$60, $70.
I think
it's 112. Yeah.
I'm betting it's not $100, but I'm betting it's like $90.
You think 90? Okay.
With this many paint apps and articulation,
well, what Mezco can charge for their 112. I mean, put it in that light, right?
Exactly.
That's fair. That's fair.
And this is that same size, right? So,
but I know they've said that it's gonna. So I mean, $90 is cheaper than 101. I know they've said that it's gonna come in cheaper than RGB, but I thought they said it was gonna be noticeably cheaper. I mean, I guess $10.
But that's pre-tariffs and shit like that, right? So you add 30% to the bill. Yeah. And I know they have. Again, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay. I don't have any insider knowledge or inside trading here on this one. My guess is, I want to guess they probably has to be a little bit more than maybe they originally thought it was going to be.
Fair enough.
But what do I know? I don't know. But I still want it. And it's easier to display those than the big ones, even though now I have a lot of big ones. I got this Scare Glow and Scare Mare.
He's a biggin'.
It's so cool.
He's a biggin'. That Jaws is really sick.
It is. Are you clicking through the pictures now? Are you going to Jaws or?
No, it's fine. I don't think Hatter only posted those, and I want to watch his video. I'm going to scan through his video, but anyway, a lot of cool stuff from the Mondo team over at Monsterpalooza. All right, we got over 300 people watching right now. That means that a lot of people might want to win a Toy Collector Magazine subscription. So I got to make a form real quick. Anybody want to have final thoughts while I make the form?
I was actually going to pull up. I wanted to give a shout out to Attack Peter and the Heatwave variant of Takaro that they had teased. Yes, so originally, look, he's already got it in hand. Yeah, that little dude. I mean, Takaro is just rad, and this is one of the many offerings that Mondo has on their website. Specifically, like there's a link for Monsterpalooza, and I believe they have a Bride of Frankenstein print from one of the artists who works on Cuphead. I forget his first name, but I know the last name is Inkwell, because I was just like, that's just a cool last name. I wonder if it's really his last name. But there's the artist from Cuphead, and then there's also Urban Aztec has a Ghidorah. That's
that Ghidorah is incredible.
Yeah. So really cool stuff. Check out Mondo. If you don't already have a Takaro, look into the Heatwave variant, because that little dude is neat.
Yeah, I really Peter gave this one to me a little while ago before that he knew for sure if it was going to be released or not. And yeah, this is a pretty sick color variant here with the kind of what would you say is almost like Tampa Bay Buccaneers colors a little bit. That kind of creamsicle
like
color.
Miami Heat. Yeah, it's got
Miami
orange,
Heat. Yeah,
orange, red, black. Yeah,
it's sick.
It's cool. Yeah. He's like magma or like volcanic.
Liquid hot magma. All right, let me make this thing real quick. We'll publish it. Toy collector subscription giveaway. Any qualifiers on this, Blake, or just whoever wins has to like shoot you an email, or what would you like to
just whoever wins, just send an email with your address and to hello@toycollector.com.
Hello at toycollector.com.
And I will acknowledge, and I will put in all the information, and you'll be good to go.
I will say, but whatever you put in, it has to be your username that is on your YouTube chat right now. It has to match. I'm putting the form in right now. So put it in your names, folks. This is your chance to win a subscription to Toy Collector Magazine, graciously given by Blake Wright, who earlier revealed a cover for issue number 18, which I'm going to put up again. I think I still have it up here. Yep. Which is pretty darn cool. Godzilla versus Wonder Woman. All right, so just giving you time here to put in your name. I'll put in the form again.
We also, for the people interested in the magazine, this issue, we also do our Comic-Con preview where we woefully guess at what we will see and not see at the show. We're always wrong, but it's always a good time.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. We'll do one too. We usually do one too on this channel.
There's a walkthrough of Toylanta, a toy hunt from the Toylanta show in Atlanta. We also have our good friend Mr. Dan Larson did a feature on his Star Wars celebration experience in Japan.
Oh, fun!
There's also a little bit of background, a feature that gives a little bit of background on the Saurozoic Warriors line from Boss Fight Studio.
Dang.
And and then the reviews we've done. I got to review Woodford, the frog guy from Mezco's 112 line.
He is like, he's blowing up right now.
Between that guy and Gargantos, that's one
toys of the year. You can already call it now.
1B figures of the year. Yeah, 1A and 1B. And then also we managed to get in right under the wire a review of the new the Ideas from Mars, the dinosaur figures that they did these Kickstarter for. Their name is escaping me.
Oh yeah. I forget.
Some Warriors of No, but they're chonky dinosaur guys.
Yeah,
Swordzoic Warriors?
No. This is another. This is a Kickstarter. I gotta look it up.
We'll give you a second to look it up.
Something of more. Yeah, of Ashmore.
I put in
Armies of Ashmore.
Armies of Ashmore.
Armies of Ashmore. That's it. Folks, get in your names while you can. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds. I'm gonna make the sheet stock now. So you still have a few seconds, folks. And wait, Blake, you put your own name in?
Of course.
Yeah. Go for it. Hold on. If Blake's putting in for it,
I don't have a subscription.
I was trying to be like, hey, okay, well, I won't put in. But if Blake's putting in for it.
Yeah, right. Same. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you might as well.
And this is the one I'm going to win. So this is so funny. Yeah, Cone Killer's like a rig. Yeah, I put it in all the time.
No, just one. Just one.
Hold on. Wait.
Quip, I see you in there
really
now.
Did you put in for it, Blake? I mean, look.
That's right.
He's judging you.
That's right. I love that guy so much.
Same.
I want him to make color variants. I want it's the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, because he was I want to say his player 2 version was pink, and that is one thing that we didn't talk about with all the different colors and their likenesses is just like with Jada. I mean, you could get color variants if the Gamerverse line really is received well. So
yeah, I smell show exclusives, right?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Easiest thing to do.
Yeah,
I mean, they should play that way, you know. Like if you're gonna do it right. All right, I think last call, folks. I'll put the thing in one last time.
A subscription to the magazine is 1 year. You get 6 issues.
1 year, 6 issues, a $69 value.
If you're in the United States.
In the
89
United
if you're
States.
in Canada, 109 if you're international.
What?
So you're including international folks on this one?
Sure.
Blake?
Doesn't matter.
Hey.
wow.
Folks,
Excellent.
get your names in right meow.
Open to Canadians, yes.
Open to Canadians. How often do you guys get included? You know, that's what I always say.
Anything for our 51st session to make that joke. I'm sorry.
Oh no, don't. No.
I laugh because I'm uncomfortable.
That's, we should all be very uncomfortable at this point.
Yeah, very. All right. I think we're good to go. Let me pull up the son of a gun. We got a couple in last second. Hold on. I gotta get these folks in now. There we go. And Tim, I got you in. Everyone's like, now that they know it's internationals included.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, let him come in.
All right.
Tim, is that Tim of Tim Hortons? The Tim? Tim Bits Tim?
It is. All right. Oh, all right, Damien, I got you into. Hold on. All right, and that's it. Unless you're here when I somebody just put in a blank submission, so that won't count. All right. Let me present.
It's the Invisible Woman.
There you go. Damn it, Gary.
Gary. All right, let's see. One last. Okay, nobody else is in. Here we go. A lot of ducks in a row.
Let's duck around and find out.
All right. We all ready?
And also, before you hit the button, if for some reason Toy Collector wins, whoever gets in second place will win the thing.
Like I keep track of who comes in second, but we'll roll it again.
We'll look.
That just means we'll get two races.
All right. Here we go. It's time for some duck races. May the best duck win. All right. First, it looks like James Lynn is in the lead. But was it Topher Khan is now in the lead? Toku Oroku, Taka Oroku, Frankie Rivera, Big Fat Charlie, Pablo Gonzalez taking the lead. Pablo Gonzalez in the lead with 36 seconds left in the race. Can he hold on? Tim Frayer is taking the lead now in his sweet Dracula. Oh, but he falls back real fast.
Hickman Santiago is pulling
up. You're right. Coming and JF, Chad Peak in the lead. But Chris Bruno in the purple suit coming through with the chevron. Oh, but he doesn't take the lead.
Oh, no.
Now he's taking the lead with 4 seconds left. It's Chris's to lose. It's Chris's to lose. Oh, and he does.
Toymanoids.
Toymanoids for the win.
Toy Collector Magazine never even showed up on the screen. My usual placement.
All right. Well, Toymanoids, congratulations. So where should they email you, Blake, to get their free subscription?
Send an email with your information to hello@toycollector.com. Again, that's Toy Collector with the R on the end, not the OR. And we will get you set up. And if you do it in the next 48 hours, you will get the McFarlane cover magazine that's going to go out Wednesday.
Beautiful. I put it in the chat again. If you want to subscribe so you get the latest issue. Blake, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, man.
Always love having you on to chat.
Anytime.
Gary, Quip, you're going to be joining me in After Dark. Gary and I went toy hunting at the Inside Pitch Toy Kinda and Card Show yesterday, along with Johnny New Toys, Jonathan from Nostalgia Unbox. And I spent a lot of money. I picked up a lot of toys. So come and join After Dark. It's a toy show haul episode, which are always fun. Blake, anything coming up for you that people need to be looking out for?
Oh man, we're plugging away already on issue 19. We've got I am going to be at later this month. I'll be at the DFW GI Joe and action figure show.
Fun.
Towards the end of the month. I'm still up in the air about Joe Fest. I'm thinking yes, I'm thinking no, I'm thinking yes, I'm thinking no. It's just one of those things where I missed it last year because I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
But just flying to Atlanta and driving to Augusta, it's
a lot. That's a tough go of it.
So I may end up at Joe Fest. I'm not 100% sure. I will definitely be in San Diego. So that's basically the next few appearances. And then issue 19 goes to press right before San Diego.
Oh wow! Okay.
So the San Diego coverage will actually be in the following one, so it'll be a little later. But it's just the way the calendar falls, unfortunately.
Yep. Sometimes.
So yeah, that's about it.
Beautiful, awesome. Well, for patrons, Toy Show Halls coming up next. For everybody else, let's see. I will be in New York City joining our friends at Yes Have Some for their Ghostbusters Day party and live podcast that they're doing on the 6th. I think I still have the graphic up, but I don't know if Craig's watching right now. I don't know if they sold out the tickets yet. But that is where I will be next. And yeah, for everybody that's coming to New York to do Ghostbusters Day, it's a ton of fun. I'm excited to see what Ghostbusters stuff gets revealed, but there's still tickets available. YHSpodcast.Big Cartel. I don't know if they sold out or not yet, but anywho, if you are coming to that show at Rodney's on First Avenue, New York, come. I look forward to meeting you and saying hi. But that's where I will be next. Thank you so much, everybody. Tonight, this was a fun episode, packed full of great things. Quip, bring them back in. Bring back in that.
I'm bringing them back in.
He
even goes with the music.
Yeah.
Need to get the head bobbing.
And how long do we have to wait for this guy? He's not going to be like next year or something.
June 26th.
That's the pre-order though. When is he actually showing?
Oh, when is he delivering? I'm not sure when he's delivering.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be in everyone's Christmas stocking.
Not soon enough.
I can't wait.
All right. We'll see you all next time. Hasta luego. And goodbye.